For the tortilla chips, you're going to mix about 1/3 ecru to 2/3 translucent. And once you finish mixing that, you can mix in some craft sand. You just push it in, and then you fold it in half and knead it in. That definitely makes it more warm and have some variation. Here's one close up, so it's just not flat. Okay, so what I like to do to add a little bit of texture is roll a textured tool on it so it has some nice texture. And from here sometimes, so it's not quite so regular, I would tap it with a toothbrush just to smooth out some of the lines. It depends on how small your plate is for your nachos. And I do have a tutorial on plates, so I'll link that in the description box below. To keep the tortillas sticking to the plate, I use a little TLS and put it on the plate first. So, I'm going to do this in my hands so you can see it. But don't do this in your fingertips. I just want you to be able to see a little bit better. So what I would do is take little triangular cuts, but you want to do it where you're not risking hurting yourself, of course. So do it on the paper. So when I take little triangular cuts, when I come back I just could cut across the bottom. Then I just do those 2 cuts over and over again, and I place them on the plate. So here's one. And when I place them on the plate, I like to bend some of the ends up sometimes. So I'll be right back after I fill this plate up with chips. So here we go. I went ahead and I bent some up so it's not flat. And after baking, we're going to make the cheese sauce. So our nacho cheese is about half orange and half yellow. And I'm putting it in some translucent liquid Sculpey. You could use translucent liquid Sculpey or the Fimo gel. But I use a flat tool. Just the bottom is flat. You could use anything, the back of the pan. If you just are very patient with stirring, you could even use a paintbrush, but I smash it up. So after I continue this for a while, it will be solid. I'll be right back when that happens, so you don't have to. For tomatoes, I went ahead and I mixed about 3/4 translucent to 1/4 red, and then here's some plain red. It's the Pomegranite from Premo, and I rolled them flat. I have the plain red a lot thinner, and you could just roll it out until you think it looks good, according to the size of your plates. And then when you cut very thin strips, you could just make little tiny squares. Like I said, I prefer for you guys to cut on the table. I just wanted you to see it a little better, since for a jalapeno, we take Spanish olive, I believe it's called, from Premo. And then, after rolling a ball, just a tiny bit, so there we go. We have a little tiny jalapeno. So once the stuff comes out of the oven, we'll go ahead and do that. Here I put white in a shot glass with some TLS, And that will be our sour cream. And it's mixed the same way the nacho cheese was. So here we are with some cooked plates of nacho chips. I'm picking up some nacho cheese with a toothpick to cover our little nachos. From here, you just place a few little tomatoes. And then maybe a jalapeno or two. After cooking it, we'll add some sour cream. Okay guys, last step. So, hopefully I won't mess these little guys up. I'm running out of time before getting the kids from school. So I didn't let it cook quite as long as it should. So I'm going to put a little bit of a dab of sour cream here. So here we are for the final bit. And I would personally just go ahead and add your glaze to at least the sour cream, jalapenos, and tomato for at least a nice good contrast in texture, because usually nacho sauce isn't shiny, but I've liked it where the nacho sauce is nice and wet looking too, but then of course the tortilla chips are not. So that's up to you. And there we go. We have some nice nachos. Thanks all for joining me, everyone. Bye. And then, let's heat up my hands. Oh, you can already see when I remove my thumb there. See that? So that's something that I'm working to incorporate with polymer clay. And if it works very soon here, then I will go ahead and do a tutorial utilizing this in polymer clay somehow. So let's let that change back again. Push that down. There we go. Let's look at the color on white so you see how dark it is. And then we'll pick it back up and I'll hold it in my thumb for a few minutes. So see? So I'm sure that you can tell that this could give you opportunities to do a ton of cool stuff. So I have some more testing to do with it, and then hopefully you will guys see what this material is sometime soon. Leave comments if there are certain ways that you'd like to see me use this material.